So how the fuck is everyone doing? It is Sunday, the day right after the Mayweather and McGregor fight. Charming and I have started a new show. It's called Charming and Jay Show. The only reason why we changed the name is because iTunes wasn't allowing us to have the tough shit name on the name of the podcast and on the logo on the Apple store, whatever, Apple podcast, because you can't have profanity on there. So we had to change the name to Charming and Jay. There's a new video on that. The link is below, the link is above, and you'll see it next on the YouTube channel. But I wanted to do a quick video by myself recapping the Mayweather and McGregor fight. What the fuck was that? Right? You know, I like the fight. I like the fight. I don't know how people are feeling about it. Don't really give a shit. I know a lot of people wanted McGregor to win, but that's like any opponent Mayweather ever faces. They want him to lose, and 50 times he hasn't lost. So boo-hoo to you guys who wanted McGregor to win. A part of me, not necessarily that I wanted him to win, but I wanted him to go apeshit, lose his composure, and just tackle this fucking guy and go ground and pound, show him the good old UFC side of things. But obviously that wasn't going to happen. But a boy can dream. So he didn't do that. Let's start off with the right away, man. First of all, Mayweather coming out with the gimp mask. What the fuck was that? Coming out with a ski mask? What are you thinking, dude? What was that all about? I know he does some ridiculous things, but the ski mask was weird, and then he kept doing the little butthole lips, just putting his lips, making it look like a little butthole, man. What the hell? What a weirdo. He's grown man with those antics. That reminded me of the WWE when Undertaker or Kane would come out. That's what that reminded me of. But we got into the fight. The first 3 rounds, maybe arguably the first 4 rounds, but the first 3 rounds for sure. It was McGregor's fight. Now, to me, that doesn't mean anything, because anyone who's been watching Money May, especially for the latter part of his career, knows and sees that typically the first 2-3 rounds, he's sitting back a lot. He's calculating his moves. He's not really taking hits, but he's letting his opponent punch out. I don't know if it's a stamina thing where he's trying to tire them out, or if he's trying to read them. I mean, this dude as a boxer is brilliant. This guy can read you, pick you apart, and then adjust, within a matter of a round or two to then obviously come up on top, which he did now. So I wasn't too worried about that. But that did make McGregor look better than people anticipated. And I was telling someone that saying that McGregor looked like a boxer out there is like saying Trump looks presidential. It's like, you shouldn't have to be saying stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're the president, you shouldn't. Oh my God, he did it really well. He actually looks like a president. Oh, this guy's in the boxing ring for the first time. Wow, he actually looks like a legit boxer. It's just a ridiculous notion in 2017 where these people out of their professions are getting into the professions, and we're applauding them for actually kind of doing the minimal job. It's fucking weird. How do you put that anywhere? It doesn't make anywhere in real life. You put someone in the cashier at McDonald's, and then you're surprised to be like, oh, this guy could actually count like a cashier. Well, that's what you fucking hired him for. He should be acting like a cashier. What's a weird thing? But McGregor didn't look like a clean fighter. He definitely looked like a UFC fighter who knows how to box or does more of like a street brawl style, which I think actually kind of worked to his benefit. I'm not really knocking that. He had different angles that he was working Mayweather in. So he was hitting him with these different things where I think May was, again, just observing like, okay, what the hell, what's going on? I think he had a couple here and there that might have shook Money May, but I never really a moment of worry for me, like, oh, he might take him. But it was moments of excitement of like, oh man, look at that combo. Oh, he just landed. Okay. This can be something. So Money May, I think it was the first half of the fight, kind of doing what he does, sitting back, reading, checking it out, what's going on, where we at. And then the second half of the match, he just lit lit the F up, son. That's when he really got his energy bunny up, man. McGregor was saying that he was getting tired, fatigued. Obviously, dude, yeah. I mean, that was number one concern for everyone, that he might get tired, just because of the difference in fighting styles. You know, you do have 5 minutes and 5 rounds in the UFC, but these 3-minute bursts are brutal, man. And you are getting some sit down time to kind of recover, but 3-minute like rounds of sheer punching, defense, that shit will get to you, dude. So I'm actually surprised he didn't prepare maybe a little bit more or run the stamina for it. But I guess it's one of those things where if you only have 6 months or whatever it is to prepare, you can only get your body situated to a certain extent. That stamina gets built on years and years and years. And Money May's been doing this since he came out the fucking womb, so his stamina is on it. So latter part of the fight, we got McGregor getting a little fatigued. You can see it. You can see it in the face. You can see it in the arms. You can see it in the body. He's kind of a little woozy. And it's not. That's not a good sign to have in the ring, especially with someone like Mayweather, who was definitely going to capitalize when he sees that. And that's what happened, man. I love the fact that we got to see the first time Mayweather was actually charging someone, actually putting his head down and just charge, just going focus, full force, like military force, just going straight at him, throwing punches, ducking punches. It was like watching an army tank just plow through. That was exciting. That was exciting as all hell. And so Money May at the moment has been revered as, you know, one of the best boxers of all time. His best in the game right now, but you never see him really brawl out. Maybe when he was younger. When he was younger, 26 knockouts in his career. When he was younger, he was definitely a brawler. As age and time kind of happened, I think he kind of took back the sit back strategy and a little bit more mental game than a physical game. But I love the fact that we got to see the physical game of him in this match, which is, to me, the example or reminds me of Rogue One, when we get to see Vader do what Vader does.
Foul.
For the very first time, man, in that whole Star Wars franchise, we see him choke people with the Force. We see him do, little things here and there, but we never see Darth go full Darth, man, like the Dark Emperor, who he is and why everyone's so scared shitless of this guy until you get to Rogue One. Until the end of Rogue One, when he's walking down that hallway and he's just vroom, 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 slicing and dicing dudes. And that right there, that 1 minute and a half clip, whatever, how long it is, that's that clip that brings it all together to be like, that's why people are so damn scared of this fucking guy, because he can do that. He can take out 50 troops, 50 militiamen with a few single swipes and not break a sweat, and then pierce a dude through the fucking door, through the metal steel door. And that's what we saw yesterday with Money May. It was for the people who never seen his highlight reel, who never seen him when he was young and just had those hands, like just quick hands. We were able to see that. This is why this kid is who he is, man. He's charging, he's bouncing, he's hopping, he's hitting. It was dope, man. I love the end of the fight. It was a great way to end. I know a lot of people, one of my, Charming's huge UFC guy. So he was all in his feelings, but he wanted McGregor to win, but he was all in his feelings about, how they stopped the fight, etc. But people new to the game of boxing, or people who know boxing, know that you can't let them keep going if they're not defending themselves, and the other guy's just teeing off directly to the head, because it's directly to the head, and any one of those punches can cause severe concussion, maybe brain damage, etc. So he had to end it. The referee had to end it because he just wasn't. His hands were down. He was kind of woozy or whatever. But to McGregor's credit, at the end, he did say that he said, "I'm still clear-headed. I'm clearly spoken. I'm articulating myself well. Like, I wasn't in damage, but it is what it is." I think McGregor handled himself really well at the end of the fight, saying that he was just. My favorite thing that he said was the fact that this was a different fight for him, a different sport, a different chance to entertain a different crowd, and he was just happy for the experience of it. And I think that's one of the realest shit that I've ever heard someone like that say, or a fighter say, because it's true, man. Like, they're just dudes. They're just dudes who had a dream, who pursued a dream to fighting, etc. And now his dream took him from the UFC championship to now like a multi-million, huge commercial box office hit boxing ring with the best boxer of all time, man. If you're really looking at it like a young pup, like just a human who has dreams, hopes, and aspirations, that's a big bucket list item, or a big thing to accomplish in your life. So I really like the fact that he said that, man. So that was it, dude. Great fight. I bought the fight. I had people come over. I hosted the fight. I'm glad I did. It was better than a Pacquiao Mayweather fight. It was much better than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be slow. I thought it was going to be boring. I thought it was going to go 12 rounds. But I'm glad I got to see Money May do what Money May does. I'm glad I got to see McGregor really kind of step it up and make it at least seem like this guy can actually take the fight, and really make it entertaining. And I'm glad I got to see a knockout, or I mean, even if it was a TKO, I'm glad to see that result instead of a decision. And I had a blast, man. Thanks everyone who came physically to the house, all my family and friends. We had a blast talking a bunch of shit. Charming was actually here, so shout out to Charming. And that was it, man. I liked it. I liked it a lot. All right, guys. Well, this is a quick tough shit episode from your boy JQ. Follow me on the Instagram, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/toughshit. Make sure you subscribe or you like the page. A new Charming and Jay show episode is out now, so the link is somewhere within the description, whether it's on top or below, and it'll be in the playlist as well, and I'll start spreading that out there too. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Can't end.